My sincerest apologies. After about another 5 minutes of gameplay, I had one of the infamous hard crashes of the Fallout 3 Steam version. And yes, this is the best version, I believe. I firmly believe. The question is, anyway, I spent 5 minutes getting here. It's very close to the GotY tunnels. It's an unmarked area on the map. You have to stumble onto it. It's called Rockopolis. I explained all of this in the last video. I can't remember exactly what I said about anything. Brianna is stuck in a rock. And there's a little bit of history to this that we can maybe get later. Data, notes. Rawlings, that's the last of these fucking hole dwellers. Jurley wants to shop them around up north. Not sure if they'll make good slaves since their eyesight is so shitty, but that's not our problem. So gather the boys and saddle up. Next stop, the pit. That's about slavery. We'll do that expansion before we finish the game. There's not a lot in here. But there's one very important thing in here. Well, two, really. There is the sneak bobblehead. Unarmed bobblehead, which increases your unarmed by 10. And then there's Argyle, the ghoul. Don't need his outfit. We'll learn more about Argyle much later in the game, won't we, Brianna? New save. Load. And we're done here. That's all we needed here. That's 2 bobbleheads now. That's what I was afraid of. It probably needs to be done now. Oh gosh, it's going to have to be its own video. The Dunwich building. Okay, we're going to do the stuff that's leading up to the Dunwich building. Okay, we're going to head to Garter Shade next and get a new quest. One that we're about halfway done with already. Matter of fact, that should be Garter Shade on our map. We just pop out of the end of here and we're looking for that right over there. We weren't looking for that, but, well, fub.
Over here! Look out!
It's starting to hurt quite a bit. Oh my gosh. I mean, just screw my life completely. What is the point? Okay, let's stick around and see who wins. It's kind of looking like the GotY.
That's the end of that.
In fact, Mr. Pepsi didn't really do that much. Okay, back to Garter Shade. We can get a unique weapon at Garter Shade, but it's not a terribly useful unique weapon. Don't need anything down there from what I remember. Yeah, it's just we got a whole lot of stuff. Okay, found Garter Shade. Make sure I've got my ducks in a row here. Not gonna do that. That. Holy! Where did Brianna go? Was she getting knocked unconscious the whole time I was reading? Is that what was going on? She found another Yaogwai? Well, I feel like an idiot now. I don't know where she went. She's obviously gone. There she is. Okay.
What is it, hun? What do you
You're
need?
You're fine on stim packs. Matter of fact, I don't think you've used one, but thank you for the blood packs. I needed them. Yes, you're welcome. Okay. Save. Load, because I'm feeling twice bit right now. Her. That's who we're here for.
Sierra Petrovida's the name. Good to see a new face in girder shape. I take it you're here to check out my Nuka-Cola collection and take the tour.
Didn't even know it was here. I hate the Nuka-Cola collection. Wow.
I have one of the best Nuka-Cola collection in the capital Wasteland. Heck, I won the Nuka-Cola Fan Club Collection Award for the last 10 years in a row.
There's a Nuka-Cola Fan Club?
Yep. I'm the president, the recording secretary, and the treasurer.
And
once a year, we gather here in Girder Shade to have a cook-off using Nuka-Cola and the recipe. Last year, I went with my poached roach and Nuka sauce. Delicious.
How many members are in your club?
Only 2 right now, me and Ronald.
Ronald.
But membership is open to the public. You can join if you like.
Who's Ronald?
Ronald? Oh, I'm sorry. I figured you met him already. He usually chats with people who enter Girder Shade.
I bet
he's my neighbor and my protector, as he calls it. Imagine if some nasty raider wanted to take my stuff. He'd show them a thing or two.
You're a bit
He's
batty,
such a
aren't
sweetie.
you?
You should talk to him. He's a darling, always watching out for me, and more importantly, keeping the collection safe. Like once, there were these raiders that came by. There were 3 of them, and their leader was named, like, Lugnut or something. So they, like, kicked in Ronald's door, and he was like, blam, with his gun, and one of them got all splattered. Then the other one tried to, like, hit him all in his head with some club. And Ronald was so cool how he dodged it and shot the guy in the face. Then the Lugnut guy was in Ronald's face with the "I'll kick your ass" stuff, and Ronald was like, hell no, and he punched the... Oh, sorry. I get carried away sometimes. Well, you should definitely talk to Ronald. I bet he'd like to meet you. He's such a sweetheart. I sure did. Want to take it? How can you resist?
Yes, of course.
Well, come on then. Let me... When Nuka-Cola was invented by John Caleb Braverton in 2044, it quickly became the world's most popular soft drink. The Wonder Drink soon drew a dedicated following, which prompted the Nuka-Cola Corporation to release many promotional items like these. By 2067, a Nuka-Cola machine such as this rare, pristine model could be found on almost every street in America. Even in today's crazy world, Nuka-Cola is still the #1 choice of refreshment among Armageddon survivors. As promised, here's a little pick-me-up. An ice-cold Nuka-Cola. Just look at the frost on the bottle. So cold and delicious. Pardon me. I tend to lose myself when I hold on to a Nuka-Cola. Before I get to the little proposition I have for you, let me tell you a little bit about Nuka-Cola Quantum. Well, right before the bombs fell, the good folks at Nuka-Cola developed what they hoped was an improvement on the original formula. Calling it Nuka-Cola Quantum. It was said to have twice the calories, twice the carbohydrates, twice the caffeine, and twice the taste.
Them almost immediately in the game. I mean, once you get out of the vault. So what went wrong?
The flavor certainly wasn't the issue. The public was just split on the unique feature of the Quantum's appearance.
And that was?
You see, to make it stand out on store shelves and to give it that extra kick, the formula called for a mild isotope.
A mild isotope.
The effect was a drink that not only boosted your energy, but also glowed with a bright blue light.
You mean it was radioactive?
Oh no, only ever so mildly. No ill effects were ever recorded.
I bet.
Well, it does have the unique property of making your,
I can guess.
pee glow.
Ah. What's your interest?
I love the stuff. I can't get enough of it. I thought I was hooked on regular Nuka-Cola, but the Quantum beats it by a long shot. I've got to have...
Okay, so that's where I come in.
That's right. You bring me Nuka-Cola Quantum, and I pay you. Handsomely, I might add.
Where do you get the money?
For every bottle you bring
caps,
me,
she
I
drinks
pay
Cokes.
you some caps. You know, for expenses. But if you're super cool and find like enough bottles to fill my Nuka-Cola machine, 30 in all, I've got a super secret cool prize for you. Oh, okay. I have a schematic for the Nuka grenade. The only one in the whole capital wasteland. Bring me the bottles, and it's yours. Imagine the look on the target's face when they are burning alive in an effervescent explosion of cola and fruit flavors. So, what do you say? Will you bring me the bottles?
Of course.
Oh, goody! I can taste the Quantum already. Good luck to you, sweetie.
Anything else interesting in to see near Girdershade?
Well, to the east, there are some nasty raiders in Evergreen Mills. I'd stay away from there if I were you. Luckily, we're kind of hidden here under the old highway, so no one bothers us.
Tell me more about the Nuka grenade.
I don't know a whole lot about weapons, but I do know that it's more powerful than a regular grenade. It explodes in a huge blue flame, too.
That is cool.
Well, besides, they were working on a way to prevent the glow from remaining once it passed through a person's system, but it was never perfected. I heard that the stuff they used to make it glow and give it that kick has a shelf life of over 1,000 years.
Wow.
Should make the bottles easier to spot.
Yeah.
Well, the bottles are glass, just that way
They're glowing blue.
Oh my!
Yes.
Your head spins, but everything is clear at the same time. It's quite a rush. Addicted? Why would you say that? That's so silly to think I would get hooked on the...
Uh-huh. Do you have a clue where I can start looking?
I do. Surprised you, didn't I? Your best bet would be to find the ruins of the DC Nuka-Cola bottling facility. With them in hand, you should have a... While you're there, you may even be able to find some bottles of
Plenty. What do you know about the bottling facility?
The DC facility was like their main factory just before the bombs fell. All the research they did was... It was the only facility to ever produce Quantum. They were in a test market mode, and they would have expanded production if the drink... Too bad they didn't. Otherwise, Quantum...
I have to go now. Okay, we're not going to steal anything from her. We are going to save our game. Hello,
So,
Ronald.
who might you be, and what brings you out to our little paradise?
You're creepy, Ronald. I was checking out Sierra's Nuka-Cola
That's all,
collection.
Huh? It better be. Because I warn you, I don't like anyone messing around with my woman.
Uh-huh.
Well, that's likely because it's none of anyone's business. But hey, she's a fine-looking lady. I mean, you're no slouch either, but a man has his standards, you know.
Wow, thanks. What are you driving at?
You are as naive as you look. How do I put it?
Nope, still don't
New
get
to
it.
this stuff, huh, kid? Well, let's just say that she has something I want to get a hold of.
Okay. What?
I know she's asked you to find her some Nuka-Cola Quantum.
She asks everybody.
What I'm proposing is you still look...
Bring them to you
She'll be so
instead.
impressed that I got all the Nuka-Cola for...
You get laid.
I pay you the same she was going to pay.
Sorry.
Well, look. Oh, and I wouldn't bother running back to Sierra and... She may be a hottie, but she's a bit vacant.
I don't like you. And I don't want your unique weapon. I don't. Just because I like all unique weapons. We'll just forget that happened. Those stupid damned robots out here. Where is it? Kind of right there. That's where we're headed. Got three. Oh my gosh! More robots versus rat scorpions. The world hates me. Brianna here? Yeah.
Found you.
What'd you find? Lots of whiskey.
Teach you to mess with me.
They apparently beat the robot. Don't know. What's that? Scenic overlook. We'll take a look in a minute. 2 Nukas. And a quantum. Really? Right here there's a quantum? Neither her nor Ronald ever managed to look a quarter of a mile away at the old gas station that probably had food in it. They're useless. Scrap metal and wonder glue. Mentats, quantum. I saw some schematics. Bottle caps. Nikolai Tesla, nice. Bottle cap mines. Bottle cap mine schematic has been improved. Couple of more bucks. Okay. Stim pack. Nothing. Nope. Save. Load up. Let's go take a look at the scenic overlook behind Jocko's gas station. Not very scenic anymore, is it? Oh, there's the robot. Can't remember if we've been up on that one. Okay, there was that. Now we're going to head I don't think, I feel like we've been up there, but I can't remember for sure. Attempted to, oh, not GNR, the Enclave I bought, that's what I'm saying. going right by something that wants to kill me like a
Opening
yaoi.
Fire!
Ow. Okay, you remember how these work? Sierra Victor. Normally, you'll find what you're looking for over the edge of a cliff. They kind of go out of their way to try to make it about as hard to get to it as possible.